Hi, everybody. I'm Ronnie.
Hello, and I'm Jenny, and we are,
We are the Heart and Soul Sisters.
you got that right.
Last time I checked, anyway. So, what are we talking about today, Jen?
I think we wanted to talk a little bit about COVID-19 and how it's kind of been a besides the obvious political polarization of it for some people, how it's brought up a lot of fear and anger in a lot of people, and because of the unknown, I think, and it's an opportunity for us. Many of us, I think, are looking at it as a reset. What does my life look like now? How can I live a more full life, not give in to my fear, which all of us at different times I think have,
Right,
um, because it's hard living day after day, week after week, month after month, of not knowing what this is going to look like.
right,
Um, and I don't want to, get too political, but I think being in a helping profession and seeing the change, not in every patient, there's still um, patients that come in and they need to be seen, and they're very kind and appreciative that we're there to help them. But there's been a lot of anger, and I know that I can't take that completely personally because um, these people are afraid. There are a lot of people afraid. I've seen people resist having necessary testing done, and some of that with bad outcomes. Um, and it's really hard to alleviate that fear. It's hard to convince people,
right.
that it's going to be okay, and and that this is something that, we're all in this together. We're all experiencing this in whatever way that we are, whatever profession we are working or being or having lost our job. Um, it's affecting all of us, and it feels very heavy. You know, and certainly I feel a lot of sadness as I'm seeing patients that I've known for the last 11 years pass away from COVID. Um, it's very that I feel too soon.
Yeah,
It's very sad. And what do we do with that?
right.
Um, so I've had a lot of days personally, my days off, that I have, I go outside and I might just pet my horses, or go for a walk with my dog, or if I need, if I feel really down, I'll do a meditation in the afternoon and let myself take a nap, but also looking at where do looking more at myself and what what brings me joy in life, what's really important to me,
Right.
and realizing, I think we've touched on this before, but realizing things are not necessarily really important to me. It's the people I love, you, our family, our children, our grandchildren,
Right.
um,
Right.
our friends, and just wanting wanting to be a better person, um, wanting to try to have peace in every moment, and I've had my moments of just, I've been yelled at for the last time, and I just, I just, and if you try, try not to give in to that, try to recognize where it's coming from, is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
um and if you need to have a cry, I'll give yourself space to go and have a good cry,
absolutely.
uh, because sometimes that's just the best way to release all of that heaviness. And we're all feeling it on different levels and in different ways, and it's coming out in different ways. um, and so recognize that, and love yourself enough to give yourself space. And and if you've lost it with other people or if they've lost it with you, forgive them, forgive yourself for being flawed and human, and um, and try to love yourself better, and try to do better tomorrow.
Yeah,
um, I think this is a time of opportunity for great reflection and reset, I think, for all of us on a lot of levels. but certainly spiritually,
Yeah.
in whatever that looks like for you. You know, um, we all need more love right now. We all need a little more tenderness right now.
Absolutely, Matt Cons, you deserve more love, not less, when you're at your lowest moments. Yeah, yeah. No, I felt that too. I'm coming to the end of the semester with my students, and they are just not happy. Many of them, you know, they have
Yeah,
been very, very needy, and I've tried to meet them with compassion and understanding. Some of them is sick; their family members are sick. They're worried about someone in their home lost their job. I mean, they're going through the same thing everybody is going through, and they're
right.
trying to get a degree as well. And it's just I feel like I've given more to this group of students this semester than ever, and they're less satisfied than any group of students I've ever had. And I have to remind myself, it's not my fault, right?
Right.
Everybody is struggling right now. Everybody's struggling. Even if you have a
Right.
job, even if you have plenty of food to eat, even if you
Yes.
are in the some of the best positioned people in this society right now, which I feel like I am. I can work from home. I still have a job. I haven't missed a meal. I'm warm. I'm safe. I'm comfortable. It's still a struggle, right? There are all the things that doing the right thing, right? Trying to keep yourself and others safe by wearing masks and socially distancing and not going out unless you absolutely have to, not traveling over the holidays. All those
Yeah.
things are taking a toll on us as we're in the ninth month now, and it is a struggle for everyone. And remembering that, having compassion for yourself and for other people, we still need it, even though we might feel like we're short on it right now. I guess I think of this as a reminder that we all still need it. We all are still looking for some grace, and whenever you can offer it, um, think of that as your contribution to the world. You know, like you said, a reset on what matters most, not just in terms of what is important to me, but what matters most in terms of how I want to be in the world. And
Right.
right now, I feel like the best I can give is to be as kind as I possibly can to anyone I interact with, including
Yeah.
myself, right? I mean, to hear my students say, "You haven't done enough for me in this way," is hard, right? Just like for you to have a
Yeah.
patient yell at you who's angry, and they're afraid, right? Your patients are afraid, my students are afraid. We all are afraid of something.
Right.
Even again, if we're living very comfortably, we still have a paycheck, we still have a home, we're afraid that maybe our grandparents who we can't see this year is their last Christmas and we won't see them again, right? So we won't get that. We all have these very deep emotional things that we're going through. And
Exactly.
kindness and compassion are needed now more than ever when it's hardest to give it. Right? That's one
Yeah.
of the ironies of life, is that at the times when things are hardest to do, it may be when they're most needed. And
Right.
and even when we're not perfect, right, giving ourselves a break for that. It just it I think people we talk a lot about how hard this is. I mean, people, it's not like this is a mystery. We aren't saying anything new by talking about this is a
No.
struggle for everyone. But it can be easy to like normalize this, or to forget that this isn't the way we have lived or will live again, and to lose track of how much it means to be extra kind to
Hmm.
people, right? To lose track of how, even though it's a small thing, that's the thing we all need the most right now. So even
Yeah.
if you feel like you don't have a lot to give, right? I mean, we see people are lining up at food pantries who say, "Gee, I wish I had more money to give to my local food pantry so my neighbors could eat," and you might feel bad. You want to do that and can't do that. Um, but just the kindness, right? Just being kind to people is so important. It's
Yeah.
so important, having that compassion for our fellow humans who are all struggling right now, and extending that compassion to ourselves. It just seems like it's a really important reminder.
It sure is.
So yeah, so that's all I want to say today. Be
Yeah.
nice.
That's about it. Be nice. Be nice to yourself. Be kind
On my
and
office
work
door
towards
that
it.
I have not been to since March, I have a beautiful, little colorful little display of a Hamsa and a quote from the Dalai Lama that says, "Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible." I just
Yes.
love that, and I think we need it now more than ever. So go ahead and process your emotions. As you said earlier, I've cried a number of times, including this week. So, it's okay. It's okay to feel overwhelmed and let it take you over, and then that energy can move through, and you can go back to trying to live your life the best you can, like we all are right now.
Amen, sister.
Alrighty. So, well, folks, if you are watching this on YouTube or on Facebook, please leave us a comment. We'd love to know what you think. And if there's topics you'd like to hear us talk about, we'd love that feedback as well. So, be well and be kind, especially to each other.
Yep. Wishing you so much love, light, and blessings.
Many blessings. Take care.